All right, today we're going over the most underappreciated part of every dad bod. You know the one, the man boobs. And I'm right there in this camp. When my body fat gets over a certain percentage, I don't even have to test it. I'll just be at the grocery store and somebody will walk up and try to milk me. And if I wasn't so offended, I'd let them. Now, the obvious fix to this is just get rid of all your friends, diet down to a ridiculously low percentage of body fat, and stay there for the rest of your life. But there's a more sustainable and faster way to get rid of those glorious udders. So if you're ready, let's get after it. Let me start out by saying, if you're dealing with actual massive tissue where your nipple is, that's a surgical issue. This video is not going to help. But for most men, that's not the case. They've just developed an excess amount of fat around their chest, either because their mom told them that every time they have sugar, just have a diet soda and they'll cancel each other out, which obviously didn't work, or because they hit the genetic lottery and their body's exceptional at aromatizing testosterone. But either way, they got a mood problem. And the fastest way to fix this is by pairing two things together. Obviously, a diet that's going to decrease your body fat, but also chest training that really targets that lower and outer part of your pec. And before anybody says you can't do that and dictate what part of your chest grows more than another, I completely disagree. And if you're one of those people that need a case study to believe anything, just use yourself as an example. Hold that arm straight up and flex your chest. Obviously, it's hard to connect that lower part of your pec. Now drop it down, do the same thing. Congratulations, you're done. Just by doing that, you can see and feel that certain movements are going to stimulate specific muscle fibers more than others in the same muscle. If you're sitting there thinking, this guy has no idea how many gold stars I got in kindergarten, how smart I am, I've already thought of this, I've been doing it, it's not working. If that's the case, you're probably not connected to that chest as well as you could be, and you're doing things like dips or a decline bench, and the anterior delts are just taking over those movements. So we're gonna go over everything from cables to no equipment whatsoever, and how to really connect with that lower and outer part of your chest. All right, so we're starting off with cables. If anterior delts are the reason your chest isn't growing, then unilateral work is the way to go, because it's more than just flexing your chest and focusing on one side compared to both. There's a lot more going on. You're trying to flex that chest, get the anterior delt out of the movement, figure out what position to put your elbow in that gets you the best contraction, what angle or path to take. Now you're going to try to do that on both sides, even though that both sides are built differently and they're going to take different tweaks to have that great connection. That's a difficult task regardless of how many fucking gold stars you got. One of the best ways I found for cables is setting up at chin height. That way I can come down at about a 45-degree angle. I step away from the machine to get a nice deep stretch. And I also have a supinated grip, because if I try to go pronated, the tricep says not today. It tries to jump in, take over. So supinated, you have a great connection. When it comes to dumbbell work, it'd be nice if we all had a decline bench in our garage, but most gyms don't even have a good decline bench. They have one set up for abs, and if you try to go take some dumbbells over there, you have to throw them back and risk your life, or you do curls off the floor. You know what I'm talking about. But in reality, you just have to be resourceful, because even at the gym sometimes, I'll make my own decline bench by sitting on my feet, contracting my abs to stabilize myself, and in reality, I'm not using much weight, so it's perfectly safe, and doing a mix between a barrel press and a fly movement always gives me the best connection. So like I promised, we're finishing off with a movement you don't need any equipment for. It's a reverse grip push-up with the twist. We're doing it off a bench. We're gonna do one side at a time, rep it out, keep that connection, and then switch. Benefit here is you can dictate how much weight's on your chest by how much you lean into it, and really limit those secondary muscles jumping in. But also you can make sure that chest is leading the movement. A lot of times with something like dips, once that shoulder jumps in, you're screwed. With these, you can pull those shoulders back, push that chest nice and tall, and as you drive up, twist and flex all the way from that outer pec all the way to the inner part of your chest. So if you like this video, make sure you watch these two next if you haven't seen them. Most importantly, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and get after it, get growing. Talk to you soon.